Hello there, survivors. Welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. Welcome back to a live stream that's been a little bit. It's been a while. And today we're here on Valguero. And yeah, it actually released. It is here. I've actually already set up my whole server and everything. It's pretty amazing. And it seems to work pretty well. So hopefully that is actually the case. I have not really been able to play around with anything too much. I just quickly did a quick little starter build you'll see very soon. And then I've also, you know, done some non-ARK things. But now I've time to jump into ARK and explore Valguero, see, I mean, what it's like, where we can build, and then maybe already start coming up with some ideas of possible builds that I should be doing that you would like to see. So this is the moment to see where there's cool spots, and if you have any specific requests, suggestions, or maybe specific ruins you'd like to see rebuild, this is the moment to ask. And then maybe, you know, maybe that will be one of my first projects here on Valguero. But hello there, everyone. Welcome in. Crashing Nitrado on crashing. It might be just that a mod is causing issues. Dino Finder, I think, is causing issues. I did not install that one, at least. Scroll. Why are you face palming already? What did I do? Yeah, so we'll see. But I do like there's quite a few new ruins, but some of them like this that you don't really need to do anything. Just some foundations probably, and that's all you need, because it's pretty much fully built. So yeah, we don't need to do much more. Rivendell. Oh, yeah, I keep meaning to do Rivendell, but time always runs out before I get to it. It's because it's ASR. There we go. This is the starter base I've been working on. I've got a video on it coming out. I quite like it. It's not only a starter base, but also a really great outpost, because it's very fitting, I feel like, to have on a map like this. Just a little fire tower lookout, which fits quite well with the map, I think. And then there we go. There's the little shark dude, ready to go explore the map a little bit. There will be a template, yes, there will be, because this is a tiny little build. You can easily plop down in template. Although this morning templates weren't really working for me, but I don't know if that is just you know, new map, day one things. So we'll see. But yeah, I think it's a really nice cozy one. It should be relatively safe, of course, unless you build it like next to a nest of RGs of next to the Wyvern Trench, of course, where they can fly to you. But otherwise, it should be high enough to be safe. But yeah, we're here, Valguero, the Redwoods. There's so much to explore, I feel like, because not only do we have a whole new map, but there's so many little ruins and castles and everything to explore that there's it's actually quite a bit. I mean, some of these I feel like are just completely ready to move into. Like this is probably already pretty safe. Like not a lot of creatures are probably just gonna cross that. And then this is exactly a dino gate, I think. So that's, oh, well, I was wrong. Some creatures are gonna cross that. But yeah, if you foundation this place, I feel like you're pretty much there, mate. You've got a whole base. So yeah, some of these new ruins are very, very cool. I like the fact that they seem to have integrated a lot of the frontier textures, which are, of course, very nice. But yeah, this seems very complete. Very much complete. Oh, it's got even a cool tree here at the back. I like that. Yeah, I think this might be, could be a really cool little base. Quite easy. And there's one of them is like right here in the middle. I know this one's new. There's no castle here before. Like this island in the middle of the lake now has a fully built base ready for you. That's pretty insane. I feel like this might be a very popular one because it's got like a whole dino pen here where you can do all your breeding. And then you've got the main castle with a pretty decent amount of space on the inside too. So yeah, I feel like that's going to be another very popular spot, isn't it? You can even do your water tames because you've got access to water. Yeah, pretty good. So yeah, there's so much. I'm not quite sure what's the best order to go and check things out, but we'll just go and explore. I like these. There's hobbit holes, guys. You know, the one thing we couldn't do with the hobbit holes we've been building is integrate them into the landscape, but now there's pre-built hobbit holes that actually have a pretty big base connected to them. Like, look at this. This could be your base. This could be your base completely built. It's pretty nice. Pretty incredible. Pretty damn insane. And then there's another one here, but this one does seem to be closed. I don't think we can open this in any way, which is a shame. But I mean, still pretty cool to have as a little addition. And I think, yeah, there's another one here. This is what I found when I logged in this morning. Pretty damn cool, I'd say. Right here, pretty sizable base. Pretty sizable. So not bad at all, I'd say. Yeah, and right on the edge of the lake, so yeah, still have easy access if you want to go raft around or something. But yeah, I like the look of this. So this area is a little bit more orangey than I remember, but it's still a cool taiga biome. And I mean, there's going to be so much to distract us, so I feel like we should probably just check out the redwoods first. I think the two new creatures are in the redwoods. I've not really seen them. I was almost going to check them out, and then I was like, you know what, I'll wait. Oh, there we go. We've got Helm's Deep. Helm's Deep looks pretty much exactly as I remember it. This is one of the few maps that I've actually played quite a bit and completed on EAZ. So I know that I had a base here back in the day. But now, I think usually this was closed at the end here. This door was closed. But now there's even a little extra room that you have. So you have even more space, which is quite cool. Quite cool indeed. And of course you've got the whole castle itself, and then the side bit, which is quite nice, of a little like dino pen, I suppose. I'd probably use this for. Close of this section a bit. Still a little bit of water going through it all, so yeah. And then we have a lovely little pond here. Yeah, this is the one, Chicken Man. This is what will probably be your base on the cluster, or tribe base. So yeah, if you're looking, by the way, for a place to play it, I do have free to join community servers. If you join my Discord, all the information is there. I will be playing. We'll be launching Valguero in a few hours later today for me, but depending on your time zone, of course, might differ. But for me, it's the evening in a few hours after this. That's why I'm streaming a bit early today, because I figured I could do the whole stream, explore all the things, and then I don't feel like there's like a million people waiting for me, because I'm streaming when a bunch of them are ready to play. Of course, there's always going to be people ready to play, but yeah, gotta check these out as well. So yeah, the Redwoods is very big, of course, on Valguero. There's a lot to it. There we go. Oh no, so cruel, so cruel. It just, I found one and it died right away. They do look very cool, those new Elder Claws. Quite like the look of them. I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to fly pretty low, because if I fly above the trees, there's no way I'll find it. You British or Australian? I'm neither. I'm I am from Europe, though, if you're meaning time-wise. Time-wise, I'm from Europe. But no, not British, not Australian. There you go. I do like this redwoods quite a bit. I don't know what's different exactly, but I like the look of it. Yeah. I do spend a lot of time with British people. So maybe that's why. Ooh, look at this. Cool little bridge. Is that cave or just a no, it's just a waterfall behind some rocks. Ooh, we got some glowy crystals here. This is not the aberration cave, is it? No. I was gonna say, that's not where I remember it being. Yeah, it's a really good map, isn't it? It's quite fun. I mean, it's always exciting when we get a new map, of course, but yeah, I think Valguero is pretty cool. And the one thing I did check, the Cosmos do spawn on the map, and I'm very excited about that because I love the Cosmo, and now I don't have to go to Aberration to get them, which is quite cool. Very cool for sure. There we go, we got a nice lake. Plenty of waterfalls all around, to be honest. Plenty of waterfalls. There's another bridge here. I like that this map has like a lot of like cool little ruins and stuff that just feels that the map is lived in, you know? Feels like there's a history to the map, which is quite cool, and I'm happy to see they're still here. Also, I saw a fly thing. Babies are now a thing. I've not really... Oh, is this... No, that's not a fly baby. That's just the Morphodons. Another thing now, so hopefully we can spot one. You're not going to tell me that the one Elder Claw I saw just got killed right away. That's really sad, isn't it? But yeah, I feel like there's quite a few cool spots in the redwoods. Of course, you've got a bunch of ruins, but also just landscape-wise, there's quite a few nice places, I'd say. Either the big lakes, you've got some of the blossom trees. Of course, you got all the cool ruins and stuff. And oh yeah, probably can't build too close to this. There she is. That's pretty cool. If you didn't know that, chicken, sorry for the spoilers. But there's a big spider in the redwoods. There's a big spider in the redwoods. Sorry. There's a very big spider in the redwoods. It's a boss fight in the world. And we're living, well, not very close, but relatively close. Yeah. All right. I think the redwoods definitely have a bunch of spots, especially because there's also a few cliffs that are like higher up. So that would be cool locations if you want to enjoy a view. And of course, tree bases, tree platform bases everywhere. So definitely a lot of options. Let's check out the taiga next. Is that a cave down here? Oh, it's just a pass through, yeah. Just going through the mountain. Oh, a little bridge. This seems like a cave though. Yeah, that's a little cave base here. Oh, maybe I should check my map whenever I visit something, just in case someone wants to find it. You know, be useful. Yeah, I do feel like this area looks very orange, so from a distance it almost could be mistaken for like a canyon area. But no, it is very much a taiga, and it's very much cold because there's like patches of snow and stuff. But yeah, I do quite like the look. Once you're in it, it's not as orangey because then you see all the plants and stuff. I feel like it's got a little bit more life to it than what I remember, at least. There was also always a ruin somewhere in the middle here. But there we go. That's definitely gotten bigger. There's something here too. Oh, the Stonehenge. Look at that. We've got Stonehenge in ARK. Oh, there's a big fish. A big fish in the Stonehenge. They're sacrificing that. I don't think anyone will mind that too much. There we go. Nice little waterfall coming down here too. Pretty cool. I see a bunch of flies around, but I don't see... Oh, is that an Archie baby? It is an Archie baby. Why are you not flying? Can you not fly? Did your parents leave you? It's flying. Oh, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be very cool to see. Little birdies going around. That's pretty cool. It's about time since they included that in the first ever trailer for Ascended. But we finally got it. This is another place that seems ready for you to just move in with a whole courtyard to use as your breeding pen. A pretty cool building with these some of these statues. And all you really need is to start laying down foundations and you can use all these rooms as your base. Of course, a few of these paths that might be a little bit annoying, but still, like, this very quickly could be a base. Very quickly. If you don't want to build too much, you know, you can do that quite easily. Is it raining? I don't want rain. Please keep your rain away from me. But yeah, I feel like this this looks better. It's a bit more vibrant, maybe. Well, yeah, looks pretty cool. I don't really know what kind of buildings I'm gonna make. I mean, I did make the lookout tower, but I kind of prepared that in advance because we had like the extra week, of course, to wait. So I already had that build made. I've already recorded the tutorial. It's already scheduled for this weekend. But yeah, I don't really know. I think I might want to do a rune rebuild. Probably the one on the middle of the map. We'll get there in a little bit. But other than that, I've not really thought of much. I've got a few ideas that I'm not gonna say aloud yet. But definitely open for suggestions. That's what today's about. Finding locations, scouting locations, and hopefully also finding some inspiration for something. Yeah, I definitely should do a castle. I think so. I'm also gonna see. I do want to see the Elder Claw, because it died before we could really see it. Oh my god, this one's fighting too. This one looks like a Christmas tree. I do know World of Warcraft, but I didn't really play it much. A good friend of mine did. There we go. He's fighting Microraptors. They do look quite cool, don't they? This one really feels very Christmassy. Which might be because I've got like the mod that gives creatures more colors. I like all the things that's growing on the back. Oh. Yep. It's fighting alright. Okay. Let's see if we also can find the Mega Raptor. Oh, that's gonna be creepy, isn't it? See, oh, I thought it's all over the place, but I thought it was gonna be more in the redwoods, to be honest. From the art we've seen. Oh my, oh, what? It double jumps? That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Okay, well, that seems to be quite... What's that glowy thing on... Why is it glowing? Well, I guess that's gonna be fun running into in survival. They have a gacha-like ability, the bears, the elder claws. That's pretty cool. I like the look of them. They seem quite cool. I'm sure they're pretty useful since it's fantastic tame. They're usually quite OP in what they can do, right? Yeah, there's a very, very big snow biome, of course, on Valguero. So if you want to do any snow builds, this is a good map for it, for sure. The Lich King Castle. I've heard of that. I don't know what it would look like, but Snowy Castle could be cool. Although I've done quite a few castles, so. And I've got a new castle base coming out this week. I need to make the tutorial of that too, so I don't think I'll start a new castle right away. At the very least, I want to finish that tutorial first. Hello there, Sarge. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing good yourself. Rat holes. No, I don't look for rat holes, but there's a lot of, like, castle bases, room bases that you could move into right away, I feel like. That's pretty nice. Yeah, there's a lot of snow, so it might be time to do some more builds in the snow biome, because it's so big here. This looks pretty cool as well. I like that we're keeping with the new high quality textures and everything from the 5.5. That's really nice to see, because you can definitely tell it's like on par with Ragnarok, right? Yeah, got a lot of snowy ice regions to work with. And then I think over here, yeah, this is the Wyvern Trench, right? I'm gonna guess I'm gonna guess that this is where pyramanes are gonna be, right? They're gonna be on here. There's lava, so they have an excuse to be. Oh yeah, we got ice wyverns at least. Well, to be fair, I don't see pyramanes yet. But there's gotta be. Oh yeah, there we go. they're right there. Yeah, they're here. I mean, not really much of a surprise, to be honest. That was to be expected, but at least there's actually lava here, so I feel like that's all right. Just two though, but maybe there's more in here. It's gonna be hard taming them in here though. There we go. This is where the rest of the wyverns are, right? I mean, this would be pretty useless if the pyramanes would spawn right down here. I guess, does the extinguisher grenade work for taming them? I don't really know. I've not really tamed any pyramanes since the center. But, yeah. This was, where you got the artifact, or used to at least, right? Like somewhere at the bottom here. Thought you did at least. Maybe it's the other side, but I thought that's what I did. Oh yeah, the grenades work. Okay. Well, I guess then you could technically tame them down here if they were here, but they don't seem to be here. But to be fair, there don't seem to be a lot of pyramanes in general, so maybe they can spawn there. They just aren't spawning at the moment. Yeah, see, I thought so, because I've done Val. I've done all the. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is the same place I just was. Yeah, it's a loop, a loop-de-loop. I remember. It's fun. A few maps that I've actually played a decent amount. Oh, I like the red trees too. That's a good contrast. But yeah, you're not going to really build here, I suppose. Not too close. But there's a lot of snow, so there's definitely some good options out there if you wanted to, right? Like, it's definitely a nice biome. I mean, I would not doubt you know a map well, Sarge. I would assume you know it very, very well. There you go. Nice ice lake. There's a bunch of red trees here too. That's quite cool. Not sure if the trees here were always red, but looks nice. Oh, there's a little bit without the snow too. Pretty cool. Yeah, the redwoods is really cool. I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of redwoods. There's a lot of snow biome. And then you have like the nice hills in the middle, and you've got a lot of jungle there. And of course the white cliffs that we'll get to. I kind of want to check out these because there's a lot of like plateaus here, which I guess could make for some really good building locations. Like pretty much any of these plateaus has pretty nice views of their surroundings. Nope, alphas. I like the vibes in general of the map, to be honest. Feels quite nice. Oh yeah, this valley, this is a pretty good valley too for building. Decently flat. There's a lot of horses. On the cluster, our fly is going to be turned on and off in caves. I think we're just doing what the default. Normally it's off, right? I think we'll probably keep it at that. A white horse, a unicorn. Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, and it's gonna be a dead unicorn because there's a mega raptor. What's that effect it gets? What is that? What are you? Oh my god. The jump is pretty crazy. I wonder how you tame those. Oh, there's more Megaraptors. Oh, there's a bunch of them. I thought they were going to be in the forests. But they're just out here. It was a unicorn. Yeah, I feel like in the aberration zone, you don't really want flies to be active, right? That feels weird. Yeah, those Megaraptors are going to eat all the horses. Yeah, this is a pretty good beach. Nice place as well. Some pink trees even. Look at that. This looks quite fancy. Very cool. Ooh, there's some really nice waterfall areas here too, man. It's a pretty nice map. Spawn pretty much everywhere, Megaraptors. Oof, it's gonna be scary. Wait, is this a cave? Oh, it's kind of a cave. Oh yeah, the river just continues. It just keeps going and going and going. That's pretty cool. Yeah, big plateau here in the middle as well. Probably some good build locations here. Oh, look at this tree with the roots. That's quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Pink tree. I think here there was also a cave. Yeah, this is probably another artifact cave with some lava in it. Remember doing that. And I think there used to be... Oh yeah, there we go. There used to be like a little ruin here. I think that's the same, maybe. Yeah, waterfall noises can be a bit loud. They can be quite annoying. So yeah, on Val, this is where I built my base, and there used to just be a few pillars here, but now there's a whole ruin that kind of reminds me of like Weathertop from Lord of the Rings. Oh, you know, you've not missed all the fun. We've just started like half an hour ago, or we're just exploring. We're just exploring. Seeing, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I remember that I think I had my house here, and then there was a few pillars around, and then of course I had a big gate and wall, because there's, yeah, gigas that spawn here, as you can see. And they are spooky and scary. I like little biomes like this. Feel that's nice. Just a little bit of different. does require some repairs, which is quite cool. And then, oh yeah, this is where the beaver dams are too. Giant beaver dams. Yeah, it's a pretty nice map, isn't it? Quite like the whole vibe of it all. Maybe let's do the jungle first, and then we'll go to the white cliffs as well. And then, of course, we still have the aberration zone. And I'm probably missing a bunch of things because we're kind of just going over things globally. Just trying to take in as much as we can. Find the cool spots, find the inspiration, find all the cool ruins as well. We might do another ruin rebuild series. Could be cool. As long as it's not a ruin as big as the last one. Oh, this is an aberration entrance, I think. If I remember correctly. Yeah, the jungle's is pretty sizable. Oh yeah, this is a pretty cool area. I remember this. Oh. I remember this. Yeah, look at that. The waterfalls, the red tree. This is pretty cool. It's pretty nice out here. And I think I saw something that this is now, you can interact with it, supposedly. And I saw some options for server owners to change the names, but I think it was this, right? The memorial. This is the memorial, right? Just don't see how to interact with it. Unless it's something you have to do. Or maybe I have to set up names first. I don't know if there's default names. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Pretty cool area in general. Like, feels very peaceful in the middle of the jungle. Metal behind the waterfall. Is there? I thought... Oh, there is, yeah. Oh, is there a wall of names here? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool indeed. And then we have the giant castle on here, right? Has that changed anything? It definitely looks like I remember it looking. Like, of course, better in the Senate version, but that's about the shape I remember it being. And there's a little ruin here. We've got the bridge. Changed a lot. Yeah, it was more. Was it more square? I don't know if these bits on the corners were there. But I remember it being here at least. Oh, this is a pretty big room already. Like, yeah, this is a pretty big location, I think. Got the staircase going in. And this is another pretty big room. There you go. Yeah, this is definitely a big base. Potentially big base. Depending on if you can actually build here with PvE settings, I suppose. Oh yeah, I remember this big broken ramp. There's a lot of room here, isn't there? This feels like a pretty nice spot if you want to do breeding as well, because you just have a lot of rooms ready, and I don't think anything spawns here inside normally. Like, it's not like it's covered with bugs. Only when cave building's on? That sucks. There we go. feel like there's more to it, right? Can you go lower? I feel like I should be able to go down somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, no, there is. There is. Oh, yeah, geez. There's a long staircase circling all the way down into a cave. Oh. Oh, is this a big cave? Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice. Extra entrance. Down below. Yeah, that's another pretty good spot, I'd say. And I believe that somewhere around here there's like a cave or something. I don't know. My memory is working overtime. I think there was. Pretty sure there is. Like the yeah, this one. The artifact cave, right? And then there's a button somewhere. Oh, there's bees. Is there a button here? Is this a button? Oh yeah. Yep. I remember! There we go. Pretty nice indeed. Yeah, this jungle's huge. And then there's a small swamp here. Oh, look at that though. Ooh, got a cool bridge going across. Waterfalls coming down into the swamp. So yeah, the swamp is pretty small. Oh, is this some like fallen dinos? Well, it has to be because I don't have the vanilla rack, so. There we go. We got a small swamp, big crocs. So yeah, I would assume they haven't added rhinos to this because this is way too small to have those, right? That would be a bit insane. Oh, a baby Quetz! Oh my god, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why that makes me so happy. I love the Quetz. I have voted for the Quetz to get a TLC because I feel like there's so much potential there. And yeah, I like that it's got babies though. Now it doesn't feel as it's that lonely anymore. It's got a friend to fly with. Oh yeah, remember these staircases? That's pretty. I think this leads all the way up to that artifact cave, if I remember correctly. These are pretty cool. I like things like this. This feels like there's more to an ARK map, right? Like, feels like there's a bit more of a story. Can't get past character creation without crashing. It's been pretty good for me. At least on the server. I don't know, I've not really tried single player. But yeah, it's been pretty good for me. So yeah, is this then the... Yeah, there we go. That's where the artifact cave is. That's pretty cool. So yeah, lots of jungle. Oh, look at this. Some random little building. Yeah, lots of jungle. There could be a lot of cool things in here, but it's hard to see without being on the ground and exploring on the ground, of course, which I'm definitely gonna have to do. Oh, look at that. That is pretty cool. Little statue worked into the landscape there. There is rhinos. Oh my god. I had not expected that. There's rhinos. They are here. They are actually here. That's insane. Did rhinos get babies? That'd be pretty stupid, right? Like if they gave them babies. But yeah, I did not expect to see a rhino here. Well, Paleo has a statue on the map somewhere. Yeah, I saw that, but I don't know where it would be. Oh, I really hope they don't give rhinos babies. That would be... I would really not like that. Because it's such an achievement to get a good rhino, right? Like it's an actual achievement to do it properly. I feel like it should stay that way. Alright, I think that means we're on to the White Cliffs now. It wasn't in the list of creatures. Well, I've just confirmed it. I don't think I would have anything installed to make it spawn. When it wasn't, but... There we go. We're at the White Cliffs. I think there used to be just like an artifact randomly on top of these pillars. I really hope they kind of changed that and there's now like actual caves for those to get them. I don't see it. I don't know if it was this one, but I think it was somewhere around here. But yeah. I like the look of this. I was quite worried that it was gonna feel too much like Trails, because the White Cliffs used to be very cool and very unique when they released Valguero, but now of course we have Trails where you have so many White Cliffs, but I feel like these are very different, so that's good. That's good. They're very oh, this feels like I might be crashing. We're just gonna look away from our problem. Oh no. What happened? Why? As the textures got all weird. Wait, is it only that biome? Oh, it is. Oh, there we go. Well, that's my first crash. Oh my god. The glitch is hunting me, yeah. Now I've got to wait until I can restart, please. Well, that was creepy. I didn't speak bad about the White Cliffs. I was actually saying that it was good. It was different enough. I was worried it was gonna be too similar. Yeah, forced restart. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so there's a paleo statue somewhere on the map. Wonder if we can find that. Probably not. That would, because I'm assuming that's going to be like in a... Well, it doesn't have to be a cave, I suppose. Well, it still shows like someone's on the server, so that means I'm not fully disconnected yet. But yeah, chalk golems? Are those just retextured golems, I assume? I never really tamed golems, so I don't know. I don't know if I've ever encountered them. Probably, I would assume, because it's one of the few maps that I completed, so I would assume I found at least a golem. Okay, let's see if I can get back in, and then I'll share my screen again. 2 new golems, chalk and ice. Ooh. Exciting. And those are tameable, I assume, or are they just like the what is it on Rag, the lava golem? No, because you don't fight anything on Val to do the bosses, right? To do the artifacts, I mean. Saw the new bosses, or in the trailer, looked like a giant, scary Megaraptor. That's gonna be fun. There we go. Tamed the same. Okay, but you can tame them. That's still pretty cool, I suppose. Alright, we're back. Hopefully no more glitching now. We're back in the White Cliffs. Hello there, Preach. Welcome in, welcome in. So I guess some of these rocks could be char golems. This looks like a char golem. Oh, it is! Oh, it actually was! That's fun. I like that, actually. Yeah. Feels like they could add that to Strauss as well, right? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, this is also a big ruins. Right here in the middle. Got some cool armor sets. Like, this is very big. Like, there's a whole city pretty much here to do. Which would be cool to utilize and build on, and all the space. There's another layer up here. Yeah, there's a lot of good flat areas here. Yeah, look at this. It's like a sea of building locations. So many spots. So many spots. Okay. So we have that ruin. Is there any other cool places or cool secrets? Like little caves behind waterfalls or something? I don't know. I'd like to see the little paleo shrine, but I'm not sure I'll be able to just randomly stumble into that. I don't know if it would be behind a waterfall, actually. Could be anywhere, I suppose. But, yeah. The White Chalk Cliffs. Pretty cool biome. Yeah, there's so many good... There's gonna be so many good build locations here. Oh, look at this. Look at all this. This looks pretty nice. Whole river here. Oh, there's a cave there. Yeah, the brood is still here. I found the brood earlier. Oh, this is a pretty sizable cave. That's pretty big. Oh, well, there we go. I don't know if it's just the, I don't want to talk back about the White Cliffs, but I don't know if it's this area. Seems to be crashy bit. Yeah, there's a lot of good building locations. There's a lot of space, but to be fair, I feel like now on ASA it might be also a really good aberration map because, well, there's a lot of the at least the Cosmos in there. I've not checked if like Yeelings and stuff are here. I kind of hope not the Yeeling. The Rock Drakes are gonna be here, right? So that's good. So a lot of the aberration content might actually be on Val. Yeah, we need to go check that out now. I think we've seen most of the White Cliffs, and we seem to be crashing on the White Cliffs, so I'm gonna go somewhere else. Skill issue. Sorry, yeah. I guess I'll need a new PC. Yeah, if Nakata's gotta say there's not gonna be a Yeeling, is there? Oh no, I'm gonna die. Did I die? Might have died. No, I didn't die. Because I can survive any fall. Hello there. Alright. Reapers. There's Reapers here? That feels good. Well, I mean, then it kind of replaces, like, what else would there still be on Ab? Okay. Trying to see if there's any caves here. I mean, I didn't really check all their biomes, so I don't know. We'll find the paleo tribute at some point. Maybe not today, but at some point we will. This is pretty neat. Little secluded spot, but yeah, I feel like lots of things are just gonna drop in and say hi unexpectedly. Oh no, I don't need a new PC, but just because it's crashing. I definitely don't need one. No, my PC is pretty good. But apparently not good enough. Nope, nothing behind the waterfall. I'm just checking the waterfalls like that's the only place a secret could be. But I feel like it's a safe bet if you're in doubt, then you don't have any other ideas. Alright. I think that sums up the White Cliffs for now. But definitely lots of good opportunities. Possible build locations. Hey, this is where I remember Deinonychus being. Is there a nest here too? Yeah, there we go. But this is, I mean, I don't know if this is harder to get to actually. But this feels more, it felt easier to get to the nest. Here there's mostly just the Deinonychus. They're kind of ruling over here. But, yeah. My plan is to run around on the Deinonychus for a long time. I don't want to go straight to a flyer. Because I like to play different. I'm weird. Alright. I don't want to fly. Oh, there's elephants. They don't think I saw those. Yeah. Of course, on the beach. Beach is going to be hard. Alright, let's go to Aberration. Let's check out Aberration. I think the entrance is somewhere here. Hello there, Mr. Hal. There we go. Oh, Oh, I thought I was crashing again. Ooh, this is purpley. Very purple. Going into ab. So far it's looking good. We got a little bulldog. Look at the happy face. He's happy to see us. I think we're gonna be happy to see ab. Oh. Did that thing just vanish? Or get killed? Oh. Everything. Oh, there might be a dino web going on. Maybe I copied the settings. This is the only survivor. An aberrant raptor. Are stones on the ground of the ruins harvestable? Not all of it. Sometimes some parts are, but not always everything. So all you really can do is try. I like how this raptor is surviving. That seems to be the sole survivor here. So I think this is where we go down into actual ab. Yeah, I guess for Rockwell we still need to go to ab. But all the other things, I guess, we got. It's looking pretty nice. I like the purpley glowy crystals. At least provides some more light. Even though it is a bit purpley, but adds to the aberration magic. But this feels nice. This feels not too like dark and depressing, right? It feels, so far it feels quite nice in here. We haven't even got to the main part yet. Some little boob dogs. Well, we just got a dino wipe, so we need to remember that. If it feels empty, it might just be because the server just wiped itself. But yeah, this is... Oh, there's floating islands in there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this feels like ab. For sure. Oh yeah, look at this. It's pretty cool. It's pretty damn cool. Yeah, it is easy to think that Val's a small map, but you forget how much there is also just underground. Because there's like a whole aberration area. Yeah, the one thing I'm never too sure about is why there's actually also this here. Story-wise, but hey. I guess it looks cool. Add some variation, I suppose. That's cool. Yeah, this is a huge area. Yeah, there's also a huge underwater area, but I feel like that's a little bit more pointless, at least for Val. Like, what do you really need to water for? There might be an artifact down there. I don't remember quite. It looks cool. Yeah, it does look quite cool. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Oh, yeah, this does look like a cool aberration zone, to be honest. And I like the amount of light that still seems to be present here. Doesn't seem to be as like dark and depressing as sometimes normal Av can be. This feels very nice. This would be probably where one of the build options where I would go for, because there's a lot of light coming down on your base. I like that. Oh, it's definitely better than a Quartico, yeah, for sure. So I can kind of just peek at the map. Yeah, it's probably gonna be in a corner like this. Not this one though. Maybe there we go. Maybe. Oh yeah, that feels like we're loading something in. That might be the other entrance here. Yep, there we go. Back in the jungle. So yeah. Pretty cool map. There's a lot to do, a lot to see. That's for sure. Building. I still don't really know what I want to build. I mean, I definitely might want to do a base here. Possibly. Although I feel like that's gonna be a big build. Big build. If you just want to build a roof over this whole thing, that's gonna be big. Might be better off turning it into a coliseum of some sort. I don't know. Yeah, otherwise it needs to be a dome. Either you make it into a coliseum or you build a dome. Because otherwise, yeah, that's not going to look right. But still, to make that a dome, that's going to be huge. And that's the main question is going to be like, if you start making a circle, is it even going to line up? Yeah, here you teleports are in the middle for sure. Look at that. That's a pretty arty. Oh, it had a pretty baby and it got killed. It's got a pretty baby. Oh, look at the beautiful baby. Fly, little baby. Fly. Because you might not have a parent for long. Oh. I can't look. I can't look. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity again with the brand new map. I'm not sure what to build, where to build first. I don't know. I was kind of wanting to decide so I know what to start working on or thinking about working on, but I really don't quite know where I want to start. There's just a lot of cool places. So many cool spots. So many cool opportunities. Well, it looks a little bit safer now. There's not a bunch of mega raptors here. But we know they spawn here. So we know danger is possible. There we go. Speaking of, I guess the underwater... Oh, look at those. The cryptos are spawning. That's at least one of the modded creatures that already has spawns. I think the entrance to the ocean is somewhere around here. Oh, look at that. Look at me. Oh, geez, it's dark down here. Oh, God. Can't see anything, guys. I see lights. I think we've made it down. Oh my God, that's dark. Yeah, this is the giant ocean biome. I'm not quite sure if there's anything really too useful down here, but I guess at least it's pretty cool. There's a turtle. Is there new sharks here? The Caprian. Is that down here? Because I like that shark. I've now realized that it's quite cool and it's got cool animations and it's a shark. But it doesn't look like it's here. I mean, there's an easy way to check if they spawn on the map. Heli. Oh, no helis. Megalodons. No helis. Does Mosa spawn here? Not at the moment, but it's on the list, so it has spawned before. I guess the new fish spawns. That's cool. The new paleo one. It's not a vanilla creature. All right, let's teleport me. Oh no, that's not teleporting me out. Can I teleport to a creature that is definitely gonna be above ground somewhere? There we go. We've made it back. No, eddies do not spawn naturally. Ooh, there's stairs here. Look at this. There's some stairs. I don't know where this continues. Maybe it doesn't continue anywhere. But there's at least some stairs to the top here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what kind of builds I'll do first. So yeah, if you do have any suggestions for builds you'd like to see, or styles you'd like to see me do, because we've got a whole blank slate. We've got a whole blank slate to work with again. Plenty of opportunities to build everywhere. Go for all sorts of builds. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, this still from a distance, it does look like there's gonna be like a, it's kind of like a Grand Canyon vibe, but then you realize, no, it's still a taiga, just a bit more orange. There we go. I do like this, the little things like this, where there's just like bridges and everything around the map. That's quite cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the first build project is going to be, or where. Like, there's so many opportunities again. So many styles we could do. We'll probably do something in the White Cliffs, although I'm slightly scared to go there now because we kept crashing there. See, we only crashed there for some reason. I don't know what is over there. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but it did feel like that. It did feel like that a bit. Definitely also plenty of cool redwood building spots. Like a little hidden grove. Oh, right next to this very peaceful area. Yeah, the map does look very cool. Like, it's very nicely done. Looks incredible. Plenty of amazing new spots to call home. New places to build bases. And it's got quite a lot to offer. A whole new aberration world we could actually build in if we wanted to. And we have there's definitely a lot of ruins on the map, but to be fair, there's a lot of them that are like half broken, or not half broken, like fully made, and there's only a few that are just like this, like half broken, where you have more room to build up your own base in them. But there's a bunch of ruins where you can kind of just move in as soon as you have enough foundations. Especially this one on this island. Like, this island is kind of OP right now, I think. It's kind of a good really good location. And a really cool location. Let's be honest, I like this island a lot. I'm kind of sad that this castle is this done, because this would have been a fun one to work on. But yeah, you really don't need to add anything here, building wise. Just foundation the place. And then you can already build up this. Then, is there actually a way to get up here? Yes, there is. There is also a way to get up. Yeah, so you don't really need to build anything. It's all connected, so you just need foundations and whole base ready to go. And if you don't have those, there's Hobbit hole bases ready to move into. That's pretty nice. It's a shame that this one isn't livable. That would have been nice, but at least there's two. So yeah, you can be one of two lucky owners of a ready to move into Hobbit hole. That's pretty nice. Yeah, there's a lot of Lord of the Rings vibes for sure. I recently did a Lothlorien elven treehouse. I feel like that would have been perfect in this forest. That would have fit right in here, I feel like. And yeah, some Rowan vibes, obviously, because we have the Helm's Deep. The Taiga kind of feels a bit Rowan. No, maybe it's a little bit too orangey, but it's still pretty Rowan-y. And yeah, there's quite a lot of cool spots out here. Little castle, there it is. That's what I was looking for. This one is also, I mean, it's fully built. Also, just need to make sure you can build in the rooms by having some foundations and stuff. But yeah, ready to move into, and it's pretty cool. Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice indeed. So yeah, maybe a Rowan themed build could be fun to do. Could definitely be fun to do. And then possibly rebuild those big ruins in the middle, because they look quite cool. Then the snow biome is pretty big, of course, so definitely some opportunities there. And even if we bring in a little bit of the Hobbit, like a lake town build could be good, because technically if you look at Valguero, it's just a very big long lake, so a little lake town could be cool as well. A lake town themed build, that'd be pretty cool to do. Just build it on pillars. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely something that we need to do in the snow, right? Because there's so much snow biome here. Like something cool. Cool in the snow. Because there's a lot of snow. Lots of different spots. I'm sure we can figure out something that we like. So that's definitely an option we could go for and we could build. Probably a modern base. I feel like some of the nice cliffs and stuff on the white cliffs could be good locations for a modern build, I suppose. I know people always like a good modern build, so. Oh, this is a pretty lake, just in the redwoods. Feels quite nice. Feels quite nice indeed. Yeah, Lake Town would be pretty sick, right? I feel like that's a very Valguero feeling build. Because there's such a big lake, so building something... Because it could just be you build a platform on pillars, and then on top of the platform you build a house, and then maybe if you want to expand it, you'd have another little building to serve as like a greenhouse, and maybe you have another little building to have like a teleporter in, you know, kind of like that. You could kind of build out a little lake town. I probably would do it on the main lake. That feels the most appropriate. So yeah, I'll definitely write that down. That feels like a cool project that we could be working on. And then technically, I've kind of been playing with the idea that it would be really cool to do more quote-unquote modular bases. So something where, let's say you would have like a small little building, which would be your starter house, very small. And then you would have an additional one in the same style that you could build either attached to it, or maybe in the Lake Town sense, you would probably do separate buildings, but like a base that would grow with you, with your playthrough. I think that would be a fun base to design as well, like a modular base. So this is like, this would be your little starting shack, and then slowly as you get more stuff, you would add the bigger storage hall and the workshop, and you would add a dino pan and everything. So basically a base that you can keep growing and building as you get the stuff, rather than just a big base that you have to build in one go. I think that would be quite fun to try and design, because then you have to build differently, right? Because you have to build it in a way where you could also have it without completing the full build. A dwarven style in the chalk hills would be cool. Yeah, dwarven style. Dwarven styles are difficult to do in essence, because a lot of, I feel like dwarven style comes down to building in a cave. But I guess there is a few caves, so if you build like a nice entrance to that and then have, you know, build up the cave inside, I think you could do that for sure. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of opportunities, but I really like the idea of doing a Lake Town build, and I also quite like doing a modular growing build. Probably a modern one, because we didn't do a lot of modern building on, well, it depends on what you count, because the Jurassic themes builds are pretty modern compared to like a medieval castle, of course. Ooh, some nice spots, some nice views for a little cheeky view of the surroundings. Okay. We're not gonna find the secret paleo tribute, right? It's gonna be too hard. All right. So yeah, the Lake Town build is definitely one I want to do. The modular one, maybe a modern one. Tree houses are always fun, maybe, but we've just done tree house, so no, I don't know. Is there any requests, any suggestions of builds you'd really like to see here on Valguero, or maybe specific locations you'd like to see a build on? Now is your chance, because after this stream, I'll, at least the first few buildings, I'll probably start deciding, because I'll, you know, be streaming a bunch more the next few days with some builds, so we'll have to pick somewhere to start. Yeah, just some of these hills with these trees. I like these kind of pine trees. I think that's just always a nice aesthetic, and there's quite a lot of it on here. A medieval A-frame. There you go. A forest village. Yeah, forest village would be pretty fun, wouldn't it? Especially now there's, well, so many forests to choose from, because it could be these forests or the redwood forest, of course. That probably feels like the most dense forests. And then we have the whole jungle probably has a lot of cool hidden spots. Yeah, I can't believe rhinos actually spawn here on the map. That might be the biggest surprise. Old medieval inn. Oh, that's pretty. That could be pretty fun. Hello? I feel like the jungle is probably the area that has the most unexplored locations that I don't know about just because it's so dense. Hello there, Crimson. Welcome in, welcome in. Wood watermill. Yeah, Rhino is pretty useful. I don't mind it being there. I'm just surprised because the swamp's so small, right? I wouldn't have expected them to necessarily add it in, but it's good to have them. Is there still a little cave in the white chalks in the springs before the little waterfall? I don't know, but I'm kind of scared to go to the chalk cliffs because that's where I crashed a bunch of times. This is a pretty nice area too, with the big grand waterfalls. I like that. The height difference. The map is gorgeous. Yeah, it is really nice. Yeah, the swamp is crazy, but that was the part of the map that was the modded map. So that's like that was the only swamp, and then they added. Yeah, but it is true. They spawn like crazy there. Build a waterfall city with platforms. Yeah, would be some sort of fun build to do, like a platform, cliff platform build around the waterfalls, building like bridges and stuff. Could be really fun. Wonder if you could make something that looks like it's being held up by the cobwebs in the spider. I don't know if you could actually build that. Maybe? I guess not on PvE for sure, right? It's always when you're looking for it, you can't find it. There we go. But I guess on PvP settings you would be able to build here. And judging by these spiders, this might be able to count as foundation. I don't know. But yeah, there's so many good spots. I feel like that's always the hardest, you know, really getting to know the map and finding the good spots. But I'll be working on a location video with probably a bunch of locations, because I think we can get easily a lot of good locations on the map. I think for Ragnarok we did about 50. I think we'll probably get close to that again, because there's a lot of good locations to build, depending of course what you're looking for. Yeah, I feel like a Lord of the Rings inspired build is definitely on the cards, just because there is so much Lord of the Rings references in the map, it feels like. So that, yeah, kind of have to go for that one, right? All right, let's see those locations. Chalk Cliff, 75 and 58. That's around here. Where is that? There we go, there we go. So somewhere here, you say? There should be a cave. Oh, it's raining. Okay, so definitely around here. You have to break a stone. Oh, damn. Then I might not. Well, this is definitely not break a stone. That's not. Yeah, I'm not sure if I see like a spot where you could break something to get in. But maybe the other options, what was it? 75 or 58? 58. 58 what? That's someone completely else. Yeah, tunnels probably. There's quite a few of those different layers, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of new locations to build. That's for sure. Yeah, a lot of rings. I mean, I don't think any of my designs are necessarily good PvP builds, unless you're brave. Unless you're very brave and you want to actually build something nice on a PvP world. Or you're just playing on PvP settings in your own private server or something, you know. Because I play on PvP settings in my private server just because there's less restrictions there. But yeah, you won't find me on PvP. Oh yeah, there's a lot of really nice areas in the forest. Forest village would definitely be a good thing to do, just because the vibes, and especially now that we have the new Elder Claw, which looks amazing, which seems to roam around in these forests sometimes, although don't seem to be very lucky finding them yet. Yeah, this is it's gonna be hard picking a first build to go for, but I definitely have some ideas. I guess I need to start picking which one first. Which one would we do first? And where do we want to build? In some cases it's nice to have these ruins that are fully finished, but this would also be a really nice spot to build on. And now I can't because there's already a build there. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of good options. A lot of opportunities. The land of opportunities. Always nice with the new map, right? A whole new playground to go around with and try to get some cool builds in. Yeah, the Lake Town one is probably a good one to do at some point. First one is probably going to be like a little starter base, right? Because I mean, I did do the fire tower design. The video of that, the tour video will be on later today, and then the tutorial is this weekend. I'll probably do at least one more starter base. So I'm not quite sure what that will be. But after that, we could start one of those projects. And I also probably will be streaming a bunch, especially around launch. So we might do one of those projects on stream. Maybe we'll start with a Lake Town build, maybe a ruin build. Don't quite know. Game of Thrones. Yeah, Game of Thrones could work too, for sure. Little... I mean, I did Castle Black on the island originally. Which we probably could do way better now. So many new pieces, so many new locations and everything. I mean, we actually have red trees now. Which would be nice to have. Oh, look at this. There's some really cool little spots with all the waterfalls and stuff that are on the map. That you really won't find by just flying around, which is exactly why in the survival I plan on running around on the ground a lot, because that's usually how you just discover so much more. Oh yeah, JVH would be nice if we get the new stuff. If there's new stuff, there's probably new stuff. There's probably new stuff, right? There probably is. Yeah, so I need I guess I'm gonna look for a starter base idea, because that probably is gonna be the first build I do, and then I guess then we can do anything. A Thyla. Yeah, Thylas are pretty cool. I think I'm gonna go and get a Deinonychus to explore with, because, you know, that's also new. They're quite fun, I think. And hopefully I'll be able to get one without dying too many times. This might be tricky, because there's a lot of them spawning here, but I feel like at the ruins back here somewhere, it was a little bit more, well, I'm not gonna say easy, but felt like it was easier at least. Yeah, over here, right? Wasn't this where we saw nests and stuff spawn too? Yeah, there we go. Feel like there's more chances here. I don't know. Yeah, the dino wave happened, yeah. But they are here. Yeah, that's my plan to run around on a Deinonychus to start with. Although now, of course, there's a Megaraptor. Yeah, it might still be a little bit spicy. What's this? Is this something for the Megaraptor? Oh. Yep. Okay, so I guess that's how you challenge it. Alright, so that might be a fun tame then. So yeah. We might get a Deinonychus and then do something. Speaking of, maybe for the strategy we go for a Cosmo. Like, where do I get myself a Cosmo? Just randomly somewhere. They're gonna be hard to find, aren't they? Hello, Mr. Cosmo. But I am happy to see them here. I'm happy to see them here, because I love Cosmo. And now I can get it right here. So maybe I'll do that, because then I could quickly escape after grabbing... Oh, we're dead. We're gone again. And this time it wasn't the white chocks. Maybe it was the teleporting. Could be. Hello there, Mr. Banana. Welcome in. The battle rig to get the eggs. Yes, we'll definitely make a battle rig day 1 to get the eggs. That sounds great. That will definitely work. The glitch has returned. It found me, and it got me. Yeah, getting Reapers is pretty nice. I mean, I've only once got a Reaper, and that was only because of the brilliant trap that Sarge built, and Mog. I don't think I would have done it without that. All right, it's booting up. We can hopefully get back in. Yeah, so I guess I'll need to think of like a cute little starter base design. And then slowly but surely figure out the other build projects that we want to work on. Maybe we will do one of the ruin rebuilds for one of those that are already pretty much finished and just kind of... Wait, what? What did you say? Streamlabs is sometimes very aggressive. Oh, you said ass? Apparently that's not allowed. I need to check my Streamlabs, but I always forget. Sorry. Sorry. Alright. Are we back? Yes, we are. Yeah, I'm trying to kind of spitball some ideas here now. So if you have suggestions for things you'd like to see me build, definitely let me know. But yeah, the consensus seems to be doing a lot of a rings build. Feels very appropriate with all the references on the map. So maybe you could do like a Rohan themed starter house. Or something like that. I mean, there's a Hobbit hole basically ready to move into. I guess we could do a video on that. Just rebuild the Hobbit hole. How to turn the Hobbit hole into a Hobbit home. Something like that. Because, I mean, I do quite like that these are here. But realistically, this is one of the easiest rune rebuilds. You just plonk down the foundations. And then you can make it nice. But I guess we could do something where we actually get in maybe a little bit more of the Hobbit hole shape. Oh. Surprise visitor. Hey, yeah, they have a little garden area. That's quite nice. Yeah. Definitely cool base. This I feel like is such an OP place. Like it's so good. This is gonna be, if you can get this early on. I don't know if in PvE it will be buildable. Hopefully it will be. Should be, right? Unless there's like a drop, because that was the comments I got last time, was that sometimes drops apparently block building in it. Rebuild Minas Tirith to its former glory. I mean, we do have white cliffs, and I know someone already did that. I think Barden, we did a video together at some point. Barden built like Minas Tirith early on the island, but I feel like, yeah, now could definitely be cool. It would be a very big project. Could be cool though. Could be very cool. Oh, there we go. You can still shark rave on the new map. Yeah, so starter build is definitely one of the first ones to do. Maybe a little Rohan themed build. Could be cool. Keeping with the Lord of the Rings theme. You could do a Lake Town house for sure. And I do want to go for a modular base design. Maybe a modern build. Isengard Tower. That would be a big project too, yeah. What else? What else? What do we want to build? I mean, the forest village idea is pretty nice too, to be honest. Because this is a very nice map with very nice forests. Yeah, maybe turning this castle into like a fully fledged base. Because it's not going to be hard. But I reckon people would still want to... Well, maybe not. I mean, it is pretty straightforward. I don't know. Yeah, Rohan feels quite appropriate with Helm's Deep being here. The Tigers kind of could be a good Rohan spot, although it's not very flat. I mean, if this wasn't here, this could be a great Edoras location. But yeah, there's so many good spots. There's so much room. It's quite big. Yeah, if the foundations actually line up, that is always the trick, isn't it? That's usually the main challenge. Lining up the foundations. Helm's Deep. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun build too. Yeah. Lots of things to do. So yeah, if you have suggestions, now is the time, because we're gonna stream for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna cut this one short, because then I'm gonna prepare my community server. So for anyone that doesn't know, I do have a community cluster with all the maps. You can join for free. All the information about that is in my Discord, so that's linked below. I'm gonna get that ready and launch it in a few hours from now, so that we can all dive into Valguero. So yeah, if you're looking for a new cluster or new server to play Val on, feel free to check it out. We have a lot of cool people, and we have a lot of cool people to do cool builds. And this seems like it's going to be an amazing map to do cool builds on. So that's always nice, isn't it? But yeah, we got a few good ideas for builds. So I'll definitely start working on those, thinking of things and translating them to ARK things in my mind, seeing what we can do. And of course, most importantly, what's inspiring. You know, sometimes you get just a lot of inspiration for a certain idea. Some crazy people like Sarge. Yeah, he does some crazy stuff. The early game without transfers. Yeah, I love that part. I love early game ARK. And especially because I like to play without using flyers. I mean, we saw it on the event we did. Without flyers, it's more challenging, but more importantly, I think you learn a map and discover more about a map if you're not using flyers for a few days or the first week or two, which is what I'm going to challenge myself to do again. So I'm not going to use in survival. I mean, of course, in creative, I'm flying all over the place, but in survival, I'm going to be running around on a Deinonychus for the first few days/weeks, hopefully, until I cave in and someone gives me a cool flyer, probably. But I won't accept it too early. So yeah, then we'll do a little starter base this week. I'll probably do some more streams. I'll decide what I want to build on the stream, but again, if there's suggestions for things you'd love to see me do live, so the live thing is always nice because you can have more interaction and more feedback on the build whilst this happening, of course, rather than be surprised by the final result at the end. But yeah, I think a little Rowan themed starter base could be a really fun idea. But definitely we need a little starter base besides the one I've already prepared, and then maybe we could start a project or two. I've been feeling the urge to start another town or village project where I do a few builds in the same style, but I might change that into the modular base that I was thinking about. So I might see if I can work out that idea in my head and decide what I want to do with that, because I think that could be a really fun idea, but also just a really convenient and functional build. You know, we try to combine things. We try to build beautiful things, but also practical things you could actually use as a base whilst still having nice aesthetics. And then maybe, oh, I totally forgot. We want to do more stables and dino pens. So maybe we can do a Deinonychus stable. We can do a Mega Raptor pen. We can do an Elder Claw sanctuary. Somehow it feels more appropriate to call it a sanctuary for the big Groot tree. Oh, that might be good ideas to do. Some cool stables for those new creatures. Is there more than that? There's the Elder Claw, there's the Mega Raptor, and the Deinonychus, right? That's the new things we got. The rest we already had, right? Pretty sure. Pretty sure, at least. But yeah, I like those ideas. That's something I'm gonna have to work on. Deinonychus stables, because that's like the smallest one, right? That's the first one you probably get, and then I guess the Elder Claw sanctuary. It sounds right. I'm not quite sure what a sanctuary build would look like, but we'll figure something out. Maybe like a monastery or something. An Elder Claw sanctuary, which is kind of like a monastery building. Oh, a big greenhouse, yes! Although the greenhouse pieces do suck in the game. But I guess that would be the challenge. Try to design a beautiful greenhouse. People have been asking me for a greenhouse build, so maybe this is it. Do a big greenhouse build, but you can't go too big for the effectiveness, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Plenty of ideas, but I do like that idea, because then instantly there's like an objective what the build needs to be, and then we can work around that. And for the Mega Raptors, I feel like maybe like a small arena where you would do the breeding, because they like fighting, right? Well, do they? They do like fighting, but they like fighting by themselves. So I guess, yeah, because don't they get weaker if you have too many of them? Like if you have more than one together, they get debuffed or something? I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's all new. We all need to figure it out together. But yeah, definitely let me know any suggestions for builds you have. You can do that in the comments. You can do that here on the live stream if you're still here live. But you can also do that on Discord. We have a whole channel for that specifically. So you can give me your suggestions, and maybe that will be one of the builds that I'll do first. But I like those ideas. We have a few ideas now that we can work on, and we can start with the next few days, the next few videos and streams. It's gonna all be very exciting. So yeah, if you don't want to miss anything, make sure to subscribe, maybe even turn on notifications or join the Discord. I also post every stream and video there, so you never miss a thing. I think, hello, are we back? Maybe we're back. If you can stream now. Thank you for joining me again. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any of the upcoming builds on Valguero. Like the video if you enjoyed, and then I hope to see you again in the next video or the next streams, because there's going to be plenty to come the next few days. And yeah, besides that, I'm also posting my cool all-in-one castle base from Ragnarok tomorrow, I think. This week. It's coming this week, and it's cool. I really like it. I hope you will as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. There we go. Yeah, like the video. Like the video, please. It helps me a lot. It helps me a lot, guys. I will see you very soon. I will see you very, very soon. For now, goodbye, and enjoy your adventures on Valguero.